So first up is going to be James Frost from the Met Office with a showcase on automatically testing web interfaces. So over to you.
Right. Good. Indeed. All right. So we all here write research software. And if people interact with your research software, there's a very good chance that they do it via a web interface. So over the past several years, lots of research software has been growing web interfaces. And some of these web interfaces are quite complicated. So we need to make sure we are able to maintain them, keep them being understood, and keep making sure they work. As highlighted in this morning's talk, one of the ways we can do that is testing. However, when you have got your web interface, it's very often highly coupled to the web browser it runs in. And you require lots of browser APIs. It will often manipulate the browser's document object model, and lots of things that make traditional testing methods quite difficult. So what can we do instead? So what we can do is we can use a tool called Playwright. Now, there's a number of browser automation tools. Playwright is one of the newer ones. It was released in 2020 by Microsoft. And it allows you to run a browser, automatically get it to do various actions, and then assert certain things about the resulting web page. So this is a very, very useful way of doing testing of web pages and web apps. So under the hood, Playwright does actually run real browsers. So this is in comparison to other web testing tools that sort of simulate a browser and give you a simulated response. But because it's running a real browser, your code will act exactly as it will when a user is using it. It does this by using isolated browser instances. So each time it fires up a browser, it has a fresh profile. So it's essentially like always running under private browsing mode. Compared to other browser automation tools, Playwright is quite fast. It's got a very nice fluent API, which we'll see in a second. It's got some nice features for implicitly waiting for your web app to settle down if it's still running, say, JavaScript code or still loading things. And it's also got a very nice code gen command for actually writing your tests in the first place. So this is what a Playwright test looks like. So we start with, is my mouse show up on the screen? Yes. So we start typically by opening a URL. Now, what Playwright doesn't do is it doesn't run a web server for you. So you've got to spin up the web server yourself. And then you can go to your page. This is where Playwright is very nicely integrated into PyTest. So it has this page fixture that does the steps of opening a browser and opening a tab in that browser. But if you want more control, such as to choose what browser you're using, you can do it manually. Once you've opened the page, you can then use various locators. So this is this page.getTextBy or getByText or getByLabel. And these allow you to locate various elements in your page. There's lots of different types. So you can locate by the text in it, by the tag type, or by what's known as the role, which uses the browser's accessibility model to understand sort of what a user is seeing as such. So if you want to click on a heading, you can go for the role of heading. If you want to click on a button, go for the role of button. Then you can perform various actions on these elements. So you can click them, you can select options in a drop-down, you can type text into forms. Basically anything that you could do in a browser, you can automate with this. Finally, you can make various assertions about the web page that you get as a result. So this is this nice fluent API, so you can sort of read it as a sentence. So we expect the page, the element that we get by the role list item to contain text, in this case, unique foo. But there's lots of different assertions, so not just containing text, but many other things you can assert. Right, so let's do a very quick demo. So if we run PyTest, etc., you see very little because by default it runs in headless mode. If we give it the headed option, we will see a very, very quick, hang on, it will help better if I share my screen. No, wrong browser. Ah! Okay. And finally, I'm just going to skip straight to showing it with this added slow-mo option, which slows it down so you can actually see what's going on. And so we can see that when we run this is running the same code I showed in the slides. It will pop up a browser. This is an interface I work on. It's going to open the facet drop-downs here. It's going to fill a value into that drop-down, into that unique one. There you go. And it's filtered it. And then the last thing it does is it checks that that list it's resulted has got